coming at you live from Toy Division HQ.
What underwhelming intro, Aaron. Thanks very much for that. Brilliant.
You know what? I've been back at work now, so I'm completely unprepared for this. Normally, I'm like writing stuff. Well, I'll say back at work. I'm back in the office, so normally I'm writing stuff down, writing stuff to say. Yeah, this is not the way I wanted to introduce Mr. Ed's Retro Geek out on that side.
He's over there on my
special
screen.
guest today.
Hey guys.
Welcome, Ed. Are
Thanks
you good?
for having me. Yeah. It's hot out here, but I guess you guys are going through the same heat wave as I am.
Yeah, it's
but yeah,
very hot.
I wanted to do this talk. This is gonna be fun.
It's good. It's good. I've been since I was on your chat. I've always like wanted to repay the favor and have you on with us. So welcome. And also joined with me today, below me, is Mr. Andy from Andy's Toys and Models.
Woo.
And under Ed is Mr. Danielson from Mr. Daniel Plastic.
And,
you got right.
Andy's had a couple of drinks, I think. So watch out.
Andy has had a couple of drinks. We got Pete in the chat. We got
a friend of mine was meant to move to Spain in April, but because of COVID, he wasn't allowed to move because of all the restrictions and stuff. So today I worked with him for the last time. So yeah, we went and had a beer or two in the park, social distancing, but we had a drink.
Andy, the hollow excuses of an alcoholic. Stop it.
I tell you what, the one thing about this whole sort of drinking pandemic thing is that it's brought back the park drinking.
Yeah. Park drinking
was shunned upon after the age 17 in the UK.
Brown paper bags and all that lot.
Brown paper bags and white lightning.
The post made it sound worse than it is. I had like 2, 3, 5 cans. No, I had like 2 drinks with him in the park. It's not like I got slaughtered at 8 o'clock.
Barry, just get everyone in the chat. Welcome,
Mr. Dark.
Welcome to the chat. We got to do our Inception chat with the Blue Harvest guys as well. They're live right now.
Yeah.
So last week I was on their chat and I gave them a shout out, and we went to their stream and they were showing us at the same time as we were showing them. It was like some mad Inception kind of thing going on.
I think Aaron was way more impressed than anyone else about it, but that's.
I was well impressed.
So did we fly to the moon again, or did that not happen?
Well,
I think we went to the moon.
Definitely.
Yeah, but didn't Tesla have a rocket and then it couldn't fly because there was clouds, and then they did fly, but nobody noticed because the first time they had to cancel.
I think so. I don't know if I think they went into orbit, but I don't know if they were going to the moon or not.
Yeah, maybe just orbit.
But yeah. I don't know.
Is this after the other rocket attempt?
Yeah, it's the same one but replanned.
Ah, okay.
Hello, Vic. Vic's in the chat.
I'm sure someone went into space in the last 3 weeks.
Okay. Andy's in the chat. Hello, mate.
Andy's in space right now.
Andy's always in space. Andy's always.
Why am I always getting abused in these chats?
Because you drink before you come online.
No, dude, come on.
That was 10 minutes ago.
I'm drinking in the chat.
Me too. But I'm still trying to get endorsed by Apple Tango.
So, how we introduce our chats to begin with, we just go through a quick rundown of what we have new come through. So, Ed, do you have anything prepared? You want to go first?
It's fine if you don't, man, because we just dropped that on you.
Yeah.
This came in the mail today. So these are
bandanas.
I made a new trick. I know a new trick.
Hey.
They're got all 4 of those that came in the mail. So
that's cool.
That's pretty cool. I always like stuff like that. So
is Turtles your main focus?
Stuff? Sorry?
Is Turtles your main focus?
Well, it's a thing I've been collecting all my life. So whenever I see quirky stuff like this and it's still in the package and it can get all 4 of them, I'm like, yeah, sure. Bring it over. So do we show something, then next guy shows, then it circles back,
show what
or
you want to show. If you want to keep some stuff secret for a video, that's cool.
This is the most
I think
unplanned
Dan
chat
might
ever, man.
appreciate this. So this is
Oh,
a new boglin. So this is a soggy boglin called Snish, and he squirts out of his mouth.
That is cool.
It's an upgrade because I already had him. I think he's like up somewhere there. You can't really see it. But yeah, I wanted to get him in the box, so that was a cool one.
Ed,
and
are they called soglins or soggy boglins?
Soggy boglins. Yeah.
Soggy boglins. Yeah.
Collins confirmed the SpaceX rocket did go up.
Awesome. And then like the last thing that came in the mail is like kind of a teaser for one of the next toy histories. So I'm not going to show all of it, but
yeah.
This guy contacted me from the Americas, and he was like, I have something cool you should be talking about. And Dan will probably be able to explain the whole thing, but these are like cards, orange.
Yeah, of the Hasbros that were never made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're repro cards. Cool. I think, oh man, should check. I think it's Josh. He sent them in. He made them, or he had them made. And yeah, this is really cool because I actually have something to show everybody. Like, this is what it could have looked like. And I'm not going to show every single one in there because you're still going to have to watch the video. But it's definitely cool to have like something physical.
They're awesome.
The fact they've got it's got the green tag on the back is interesting because they put those on test cards. So it'd be interesting to see what he says about those.
Yeah, it says like 2020.
Oh, okay. So it'd be a test run of the replace. I'm not going to go through them.
I think they were made off after the green cards. There was meant to be an orange card production.
That's right.
And I think those card backs are what could have been made.
Correct. They're repro, and then people make the actual figures and to have the series 12.
Yeah.
But I won't go through which ones they are because I don't want to ruin it for Ed's.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, the worst selection of wrestlers that they could have possibly. But that's just my opinion.
Series 11 was pretty bad.
Series 11 was terrible, but Series 12 was even worse. But that's my opinion.
That's what always happens in the late releases. They're all the crap ones then.
Well, the trouble with Hasbro is they missed so many opportunities, and not only did we get like 27 different variants of Hulk, Warrior, Macho, Yawn. We just got out bloody Shawn Michaels. Killing me. But what we did get was repaints. I repainted this. I repainted that. That's, in my opinion, that's the best Macho. Love that Macho.
I'm torn between him and the Stetson Macho.
With the tassels?
Yeah, with the tassels. Yeah.
They could have made females. They didn't. They could have done. Yeah. There's loads they could have made, and they just didn't. They just kept doing like repaints of old figures and stuff, and it was a bit tedious. And Mattel
didn't always like they put out like the worst stuff at the end of the toy line, and that ends up being the most expensive stuff. So you should be glad it never came out.
True, very true.
Well, I think
it's like laser beasts.
Yeah.
You're going to hit the nail on the head there, though. I do think, especially more so, Mattel missed out on a massive kind of
huge
making the female wrestlers in the retros.
Female wrestlers, more tag teams as tag teams, managers, commentators. No, don't worry about that. Let's have another 16
Undertakers. Tablet thing in, so chat amongst yourselves. Plug it in.
Oh my God, Andy's text gone wrong. Who could have imagined that was going to happen?
We're so professional.
But yeah, so there is a lot of chatter and people trying to sort of do petitions for what that's worth to try and get Hasbro back on board with the retros. But even if Mattel kept doing them, I don't know, just so many missed opportunities. He's not my favorite wrestler, but how is there not a Big Show? How is that even possible? You know.
You got
a Rick Rude.
We've got the Blue Harvest boys watching us on their chat right now.
Oh, you're going to do your Inception thing because you worked out how to do it.
If hopefully, it's not working.
Oh, it's so smooth.
Oh, I've just made myself bigger.
Ooh.
No, We're not working. We can't do it. We failed miserably.
Welcome to Prime Time Toy Talk. A guy's gone off. A drunk guy's wandered off somewhere, and that guy's messing around with the review. Brilliant.
I know. Last time I pressed that button and it brought them up. This time it's not doing it. I don't know why it's not doing it.
Would you like me to go with what I've received this week, because it's very brief?
Please.
So having bragged last week about the things that I was going to win, and I was going to they haven't turned up yet. So there you go. So I've only got one thing new to show, but I'm going to do it real quick. I showed you guys just before. It's a custom Hasbro, as we were just talking about them, made by a really good customizer, a guy called Figure 4. But it's you won't be able to see. I'm just going to show it real quick. Oh, look at the face. Yeah, it's of a recently disgraced wrestler called Joey Ryan, who may never wrestle again and has certainly just been fired. So my timing wasn't particularly good on that one. And the other thing I was doing, it was more for Andy, but he's wandered off because I guess he's drunk. In my special tin, I've got loads of Muscle Man.
Oh, decent.
Well, yeah, I kind of got them out earlier. I thought I might actually go through them and see which ones are missing for the 236, and I completely lost interest. So I might do that at some point. But it's also got some funny. Don't know if you remember these. The little wrestlers in my pocket. That sort of stuff.
Ooh, nice.
They're quite fun.
Did those come in cereal?
They did. They did indeed.
I have some too, but I think you guys got even more. Because my buddy, he collects those, and he's always like buying lots from the UK to ship over because, they
were probably a UK thing, probably.
Yeah. But I mean, I had them in cereal too. I had like a cowboy and like some kind of like Frankenstein greenish monster with a yellow cloth on.
I remember that one. Yeah. Is Andy sorted, or is he still?
Dude, I'm trying to sort out my tech.
I've just put it in the comments. Andy's at that point. He's had enough beers that he's gone off on his own little adventure. He's gone off from the main group. He's,
No, I'm trying to
just
sort out
put
my
a GoPro on him.
You know, right?
As Aaron, as Rise in the chat, am I right in saying, mate, that you're back on the collecting wrestling muscle wrestlers, whatever hype? If you are, I have a couple. If you need them, I'll bring them up next time I see you at Sandown. You can have them because I don't need them. So let me know. Right, Aaron.
Yo.
You look like you're just doing something else.
Yeah, I'm just messaging other people now.
Good. Andy, have you got anything this week of interest?
Yes, man. Okay, so obviously, I know if you've seen my posts, I'm very excited to finally get Monkeyan from the Funko Thundercats range, and I'm amazed Funko have done other things than Funko Pops, and I really wish they'd invest more in figures like this and the Dark Crystal figures, which you may not be able to see, but I also completed my Dark Crystal figures from Funko as well this week. I got given by my parents' neighbor, which was really random. I had to ask what it was, but it's Battlestar Galactica.
Different.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm not up on it, but it's some dude from Battlestar, like 1978. So that's well before I was even born. So that's kind of cool. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to keep it just because, it's pretty old and pretty funny.
100% going to be for sale at the next toy show. But go on.
Yeah. Plug.
No, I was looking. They're not worth that much. So I'm like, well, I might as well just keep it because it's kind of cool.
It was a gift.
It's cool. It's cool. And you ain't going to get that.
It wasn't really a gift. The lady was more like, "You're my neighbor's son. You're a bit weird and like toys. Have this box." So I got that and some like cowboy figures. I was like, okay. And then something we haven't mentioned yet, and I don't know if I'm going to get burned for mentioning it.
You're going to mention it real quickly. We're not talking about this today.
After 2 weeks of waiting and spending too much money on a joke, they finally turned up.
Man's got his pogs. There we go.
And now I'm looking for one pog to complete series 2.
I'm looking for one to complete series 1, and we'll get back on the pog hype when we can actually meet up and have an actual pog competition.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not
100%,
I'm not making this a podcast. I just mentioned it because they finally turned up after 2 weeks of waiting.
Ed, the amount of people that got in touch with us and said, if you keep talking about pogs, we're simply not going to ever listen to you again. It's like, oh, fair enough.
But you say that though.
No, Aaron, no.
Ed was on his stream last night, and it pogged off. It went crazy.
Well,
it went totally off the pog, man.
Off the pog. Well, maybe Ed has a different type of viewer, because ours are definitely not on that train. They're not aboard the pog train, I gotta say.
This is going to be a awkward next 20 minutes.
All just live in a world where pogs are appreciated equally. it would be much better. But I don't know. It was just like this funny thing that people started commenting in like the chats, in the live chat, and like we couldn't like really just move over it because it was like so much pog talk. It was like, okay, let's talk about this, and now people have started buying it.
Yeah.
Hyping it up.
I've spent more money on pogs in the last 2 weeks than I ever thought I'd be spending money on.
Andy, I was concerned that genuinely in real life, P was never going to speak to any of us again. So we need to not talk about him too much right now. Aaron, without mentioning pogs, what did you get in the last week?
I'll just do it now.
Jesus.
That's the pog box. Tubes.
Oh my god.
Tubes.
More
tubes. The pog maker. Okay, that's it. That's the pog box.
Okay, just one more thing that I think is actually really kind of cool, and I was like, that's impressive. In this box, not only came well stacked Series 2 pogs, I got a tournament mat.
Well, that's pretty sweet.
Right?
I'll give you that.
So when we get to be together and we do our live stream, this is the mat pogs are happening on, baby.
I'm down with that. I do want to do one thing, like all jokes aside, like this here was the only ones I had before the pog talk.
They are Power Ranger ones.
They were just Power Ranger ones.
Ooh.
That's different. I hate them for a totally different reason, mate, because they're Power Rangers.
Yeah, that's cool, man. But in these whole box job lots that I got, I did actually get 2 that I didn't have, so they've gone actually into the collection.
Nice.
Right. Secondly, I want to give a shout out to Ben from Bugsy's Toy Box, because I did a nice trade with him. I won't say what I sent him, because I think they're going to do a video and everything, so they'll show it off then.
Pogs.
But he sent me, pogs, loads of pogs.
Was it nudes?
Nudes. Empire Toy nudes. So I got the dustbin for the bomb for the copter, for the Turtles copter.
Yeah.
So that's now complete.
Do you have the things that go on top of it?
Sorry. I've got the.
It's like lids.
Yeah, I've got the lid. So that's all complete. I also got a movie shredder from Car Boot Sale, and they sent me his weapon. So now he's got his weapon. And a cool thing for Dan, they also sent me a 99% complete Dragon Zord.
And you've got the spare bits, haven't you?
I have the tail tip in my spares. So
lucky for you, mate. The Dragon Zord and the Serpentura are the only Power Rangers acceptable.
So yeah, awesome.
It is the coolest one though. Like when it emerges from the water.
That's banging.
He blows on his horn through a mask. It's amazing.
Yeah, let's not worry about that. But
it kind of looks like Godzilla.
Yeah,
so,
I think that's why
he's got everything going for him.
But the best pickup from the week definitely is my new T-shirt.
Ham and Slam.
Ham and Slam, baby.
I would say it's like seeing you and Andy, but your beard game isn't that strong, mate. I gotta be.
Oh yeah. You know what? You've gone. I'm worried you've gone for my beard game and not the weight.
Oh, the weight's fine, man. You're right on track for the weight. It's the beard game that's the concern.
That's the first thing you go to. But yeah,
if we're talking WWE, let's just say thank you, Taker. Apparently, it's official. Undertaker has retired.
I'll say thank you, Taker, for finally. I mean, 15 years too late in my opinion, but whatever.
I kind of agree with you. He definitely had to, but that last match with AJ Styles was kind of good. Like,
oh, dude,
Range rules, definitely, man.
It was good. Aaron, before we go into questions, mate, worth mentioning, not in here. Go and watch Aaron's other video, but you also had some pretty sweet car boot pickups at the weekend, including some stuff that got me excited, and I don't get excited about anything anymore. So well done. Good.
Yeah, I got 2 weeks of lucky car boot hunting. So, Ed, you don't have car boot sales over in Belgium, do you?
Well, we have. They're called car boots in like Tervuren, which is like the British international school district kind of thing. But they're also just flea markets, honestly.
Yeah.
It's all the same: swap meet, flea market, yard sale, whatever.
You must have something good. You pick up some great bits.
Where
is there anything, Ed?
Well,
you know what?
Everything's just gone really slow.
We'll do some questions. I want to ask Ed some questions, but should we catch up with some things some people are actually asking?
Yeah, let's go through the comments first, so no one misses out, because I always feel really guilty after, because I always miss a question out and I feel really bad. So if your question does get missed out, guys, seriously, just repeat it later on, and we'll catch up just in case we missed it. But the first one I kind of leapt up earlier was from Rise, message about Sandown Toy Fair. Now Sandown, Ed, is a toy fair. Which is quite like it's a good toy fair here to go to. It's on the outskirts of London.
Ooh, that's doable. That's definitely doable.
So it's a good one. It's in a race course, a horse racing.
Okay.
And it's just got a good vibe and everything. But it got put on the Toy Division chat that Sandown will be happening in September. I honestly don't think it is.
I've emailed them and heard nothing, and I've emailed two of the organisers, because I've got. Well, I guess everyone's got the same email from their website, but like, I've heard nothing. Not even just a reply of like, "Oh, we'll let you know if it goes on." I've heard nothing.
It's because they don't know, mate. No one knows.
No. But even if they emailed me saying like, "Oh, hey, like, keep up with the updates," like we're not sure yet.
Perhaps they just don't like you and don't want to email you back, mate.
Because when I booked,
they don't.
Because when I booked for the NEC, the one that got cancelled, they sent me a letter saying indefinitely all toy fairs are off until we say so.
That's it. That's what they said. Yeah.
There's a lot of hype around September. A lot of hype. Even on different.
How big is that toy fair though?
I think it's
let me get old Barry's website up.
I think it's 400 sellers, something around that number.
Oh, 400 sellers. How many people come to it?
Oh,
it's one of the biggest for down south, or like south of England. I think it's the biggest one down south, and then the next one would be the NEC, which again the same organisers run, which is up north, or for us,
and that's 550 stalls.
I think that's 500. Yeah.
Well, they class it as Europe's #1 toy collectors fair. There you go, Ed.
They do.
I gotta go then.
Yeah,
you should. But make sure you pay money.
500.
It should be okay getting there. You know, we just need to plan it out. Same way. If everything goes well, like Vintage Toys of the Universe in Belgium will be happening on the 10th of October, but I'll keep you guys posted on it. You know,
is that still meant to be going ahead, or are they?
Well, it's the date they picked in case it is allowed.
Yeah,
but I think they'll. Either put it off again or confirm it at the end of August. That way you'll still have, or like the mid of August, something like that. That way we're still gonna have like enough time, you know.
Yeah, to try and rearrange and stuff. Yeah.
Self-Help Heroes put in there the NEC, and it's a bit further out. It's in Birmingham, but I would recommend the NEC above Sandown.
Oh yeah, if you want guaranteed toys. NEC, that Sandown, it can be a percentage of trains and die cast and stuff. NEC, 100% of the time you'll find something that you want, basically.
But the only downside at the moment, and I doubt the NEC will happen this year, is that they're using it over here as a field hospital for COVID patients.
It is a different site though. On the
NEC is massive. I think it's like the size of Belgium.
I originally I originally thought that the first toy fair would actually be the NEC at Christmas, or the only toy fair. I thought they'd have everything sorted by the is it like 30th of December, something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, hello, mate.
Hello.
Yeah.
Right.
It would be nice to get a Sandown in, but I do think the NEC's got more chance of doing it because it's a bigger space and there's less. The Sandown one, as much as it's very good, it's very cramped. There's lots of, it's very enclosed. Whereas the NEC, there's a lot more space for people to walk around.
What Andy's trying to say is it stinks.
Okay.
No, not at all. I'm just thinking for the whole like COVID 1 meter rule thing.
I know, mate.
It's a lot more. It's easier to do it from the NEC.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I think if I'm gonna come over, I want to do like a convention, but also go to a couple stores. Maybe try catching a car boot.
Yeah.
Get the whole experience, you know.
We could all go to the Nerd Base. We've been threatening to go to a guy we know shop, which is an awesome shop, for basically about a year now, but have not managed to get ourselves together. So we could go and do
Pizarro do like a video.
Yeah, I was
there?
about to say, Tom's done a video from there.
Yeah.
That's
Quite
sort of
cool.
his side, like sort of London way.
Essex.
Essexy, yeah. There's not really any toy stores around us. But
Not like that anyway.
an hour down the road, well, an hour and a bit down the road, Portsmouth, Ian Shop, the vintage toy monster.
Yeah.
And then,
Gone?
yeah, and then you got Mike's, not another comic shop.
Not just a
It's
comic shop.
opened up recently.
Yeah. There's a few.
Okay.
There's a few.
But if you went to if you did say the NEC, there's a toy shop about 10-minute drive from the NEC called Entertainment World.
Ooh.
So you could do that.
Is
If
that
you're in
more video games or is that toys as well?
a mixture, it's toys and video games. It's just like a second-hand retro store, basically.
Okay. I see their posts and stuff, and I always thought it was just a video game shop.
Because Ed's massive into his retro video games as well. So they got loads of games in there and everything.
Ooh. Nice.
Mike Guys picked up 4 mask figures from the charity shop for £3. Have mine.
Nice.
No, for £8. 4 mask figures for £1 and 3 masks.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Cheers for that.
Living the dream.
Yeah.
Tazos came out of crisp packets. Yes, they did.
Originally they did, yeah.
And Tazo should have stayed there.
Should have eaten them. Rubbish.
Ed, first off, cheers for using my childhood pick in your video. And secondly, is there anything in the UK we can help you with to send over? Any lines easier to get here?
So that was something I was going to ask you, Ed. Is there anything that you've noticed speaking to people over in the UK that we come across a lot that just isn't available to yourself?
I haven't really noticed it. Yeah, nothing really. Like, there's like speculations that there's more Mummies Alive that got released over there, but I don't see them popping up in Aaron's videos. So
we don't come across them in the out and about very often. No.
So it's like this thing, like it's out there on the internet, like those got released in the UK, but it might as well just be in Germany.
Yeah.
I remember the cartoon, and I have seen the figures lying about, but you see like one figure in a box. You don't see like complete, like you don't see people with collections like this or Andy.
I don't think they lasted long enough to actually make an impact on kids to grow a collection. So whenever you are gonna find one in like a box of stuff, it's gonna be one. It's like that one Skeleton Warrior you had, and maybe two. You know. I
always find like over here there's like an abundance of Transformers, Thundercats, He-Man. You know, there was a lot of that kicking around, but I've noticed that carded Hasbro figures, WWF, there seems to be more in mainland Europe than there is in the UK. I don't know why that is, or maybe it's just more popping up at the moment. Maybe someone found a container or something recently, but there's just a lot of German ones are popping up at the moment.
I know, like in Germany, a lot of people find like big lots of wrestlers, like at flea markets. So like it'll be like a whole tub, you know.
Yeah.
Another thing that I think in the UK, looks to be a bit easier to come by is Star Wars, like vintage ones.
Yeah.
That's something I never see.
Is that because we had Pally Toy manufacturing?
Yeah, we had Palitoy over here, didn't we, making them?
Yeah.
Where's your-
like the original Action Force. That's stuff I'm after.
It's like stiff-legged.
Yeah. Like the actual ones that don't, like, they were the same division, but then they weren't,
Right.
and then they started, incorporating Hasbro stuff into it, and then it just totally changed into G.I. Joe. But before it was something completely different, and like there was like this one cool looking spaceship with like a monkey on top of it.
Andy.
A monkey?
Like,
Do you mean you don't mean the Red Shadows Robo Skull?
Yeah, Robo Skull.
I got one of them.
Really?
Yeah,
that looked freaking awesome, man.
I kind of only collect Red Shadow stuff, so like the Robo Skull with what's he called, Shadow Wolf, or I can't remember his name now, but yeah, the Robo Skull's a weird one because it's such a good looking toy, and for some reason it went ballistic in price. So I sold one not 5 or 6 years ago, well maybe 6-7 years ago, for like 70 quid, and then kind of got bummed out, and then bought a complete new one for about 120 quid, and now they're more than that. And I just think the Robo Skull was one of my favorite looking pieces. I mean, Aaron, I'll show you. We didn't record it in the end, but I showed you that, didn't I? The Robo Skull, the red flying thing. Yeah.
But I said on one of our first toy divisions, when you got it, you actually showed it off in one of the videos.
Yeah, but we talked for about 17 hours, so we ended up cutting a bunch of stuff, and that was one of the things we cut out. So I'll get it out at some point. Yeah.
But I always remember,
like the Action Force is something that I guess is easier to get over your way. I have like one figure. I think it's like a Q division, like some kind of like radiation guy wearing a blue mask with like an orange overall. So that's the only thing I had. I actually had it in my box that I was like taking over the conventions, and I quickly snooped it out because then I finally recognized, hey, this is one of those figures. So
well, if you were in the market for the straight-legged Action Force stuff, if you came over to something like the NEC, you would be in luck, basically. That they have a lot of that sort of stuff.
It would be like Toy Biz in America.
Right. Yeah.
Like Toy Biz, Spider-Man, whatever. It's all like $1.
Yeah.
Over here in Belgium, I can't find any. So
see, that's what I always found crazy. Like when me and Andy were, and you probably found the same as well when you were over there. You're picking these Toy Biz figures up for like $5, and they're everywhere. Everywhere. Like every seller's got like cases full of them. Yeah, you like over here in the UK, they're like 10 to 15 to some of them even £20 each.
They reckon that Bishop that you saw me out, it's about £50 now. It's madness.
I know, right?
Madness. Yeah. I was saying to Paul from the Toy Scavenger, we both got the same issue. We both bought two, one on card and one to open, but now neither is a man enough to open them because I'm like, I don't want to take off his card. So we both got two carded ones. Stupid.
Pete, I don't know how much a Mongoose chopper bike in a box is worth.
It would be worth a lot to me.
Yeah. As we always say on Toy Division, it's worth as much as someone's willing to pay.
And if it's Biker Mice from Mars, it's worthless to me. Worthless.
But seriously, dude, all jokes aside, go onto eBay and use the auction sold listings. It's a great tool to use to actually judge what people are willing to pay for toys. Because there's no point going on there and looking at buy it now because you can stick it up for any price you want. So sold listings is the perfect place to look.
You ask Toy Guys, we'll lowball you, depending on whether or not we want it for our collections or to resell. Yeah.
And if you really want to be sure, try checking like 2 or 3 auctions where there were more than 3 bids on the item to really get a feel for what it's going for.
Definitely. Paul, Toy Scavenger, I should say.
The Toy Scavenger.
I found the NEC was a bit more expensive than Sandown. And sorry, Andy's back in the chat.
Hey,
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Is the sound working?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Because I was having what would be tech issues, right?
What's in that cup?
Yeah, you know, right?
Coffee.
Mama's go juice.
Go juice.
No, just coffee. Everything would work smoothly if I was carried on drinking.
I found the NEC was a bit more expensive than Sound and has been in toy prices. But to be fair, that's just you guys increasing prices to pay for petrol and beer. Man, these cans are expensive, dude. Like,
it's like 30 quid petrol to get there and back. Like,
not in the Formula Ford. It's like 50 quid.
Yeah, some stuff is more expensive up there, but then some stuff is. I don't know. I agree on the whole that the NEC is fractionally more expensive than Sandown, but there's the bigger choice. I'd always go to the NEC first over Sandown.
Sorry, no worries, Pete. Like, I don't want to give you a price that's like I don't really know.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give you a price that's like way off the mark, or I don't want you to sell it and lose money. Do you know what I mean? So
box bike of my Sandy, Mondo on a bike.
Oh, yeah, no idea.
I'm not the man to ask. Yeah.
I just want to say though, like, cheers, Paul, for helping buy beers.
Buy some more stuff, Paul. I need an air conditioner. Jeez.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm running out of beer. Rise is put on there. There's definitely a Mighty Max boom going on. Yes, there is.
This is someone put on Toy Division about trying to find the skull set. I think it was Toy Division. Yeah, it was Toy Division. Like, usually I don't get involved with trying to help people with prices because it is what, if you're willing to pay it, you'll pay it. I've overpaid for a lot of stuff because I wanted it. But some of the Mighty Max stuff, like, I don't think it's that dear. Like, people on eBay at the minute are totally ripping it. Like,
everyone is, man. Everyone's thinking that lockdown prices are going to last forever and slapping like the Skull Mountain up for like 150 quid. I'm pretty sure, Aaron, didn't you sell a complete one for 20 quid, or was that you, Andy?
That was me.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, like, I think the issue is that everyone's on that kind of lockdown, can't go anywhere. Like, if everyone calms down and waits for the toy fairs and everything to start up again, you'll probably find as well that because the car boots have started up again, the price is going to go down now because people are going to be finding this stuff at the boot fairs.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, but yeah, and again, shout out to Theo at Slimehouse because he made a wicked video on a Mighty Max.
I don't know if you've seen that yet, Ed, but that video is, man.
Yes, some amazing shots in there.
It made me very upset
of the stuff, and like when he puts like the hand back together, it's like it has to fit neatly. Yeah, he does a really great job.
I'm pretty sure his actual job is in like editing and doing camera work and everything.
It's really pro.
It's so,
like the one
so
he
good.
did of like the muscle men figure, like having them fall down, and it was also colorful. Like I really like his B-roll.
He's got such a good knack of seeing. Like when I do videos, I've got not a clue. Do you know what I mean? But he sees things that like no one else does, and when you watch his videos, you're like, oh my god.
I watched his Bucky O'Hare video and was like, yeah, I'm going to go buy Bucky O'Hare. And now I've nearly got a complete run of Bucky O'Hare, including variants. Whereas before I was like, not interested at all. Now I've watched his Mighty Max. I'm like, damn it, why did I sell all those Mighty Max sets?
P, yes, we are all looking forward to Vintage Toys of the Universe. Hopefully we're allowed out of the country to go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because we'll definitely because if you didn't know, we were all planning to meet Ed in Belgium. We were planning to have a weekend out there, toy hunting and just road trip and shenanigans, but obviously it never happened.
Ed didn't know this until now, but we were going to stay at your house, Ed. We were going to
No one told Ed.
No, it was planned for like the 6th of June, right?
Yeah,
it was meant to happen.
Yeah, man.
But yes,
obviously I wasn't driving, but the guys were driving.
You wouldn't get there if you were driving.
Yeah.
Hey, I'd get you to the Euro tunnel, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Ed, you're not wearing a hat, dude.
It's too hot to wear.
I'm feeling that. I was going to perm my hair. I was going to get Hannah was going to perm my hair for the occasion, but A, she fell asleep, and B, it's too damn hot. It's too damn hot. So.
See, I'm actually wearing a hat because you guys always wear hats and I never do. So I was like, oh, I'm going to put a hat on. And I've got so much hair at the minute. Can't wait for the hairdressers to open.
Yeah, right. All my friends can't wait for the tattooist to open because most of them are tattooists and they're losing their mind that they can't work.
I bet.
Yeah.
Bluebird was based in Swindon, yes. So, yeah, we probably do have a lot more Mighty Max here than a lot of other countries. That's probably why we're kind of a bit like, oh, it's Mighty Max.
I'm just not into it, man. It was. I think it was a bit after my time.
Aaron, when we were at Bobby 80's house, didn't he tell us that Mighty Max was a Canadian cartoon? Or am I?
I think the cartoon came out in Canada, yeah. Or it was made by a Canadian company. But yeah, Mighty Max was made by Bluebird over here.
Yeah,
hence why
Polly Pocket made by Bluebird.
Yeah, you get two different stamps on the sets. There's some that say Bluebird and some that I think it's Mattel.
Maybe Mattel made it in Canada because obviously, you know, Canada and the UK like linked Commonwealth and all that sort of stuff.
But I could be wrong with that, but I'm sure there's two different stamp marks on them. I'm sure.
It probably is, man. That super interesting guy in the toy division that used to work for Hasbro. Was pretty detailed. That it was essentially made as the boys' version of Polly Pocket.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And what he said as well, it's a massive following in Greece from Mighty Max. Like he sold all the stuff he sold went to Greece, and I think even someone else commented in it saying, "Yeah, I keep sending loads to people out in Greece." So obviously,
that's why they can't sort their economy out, mate. They keep buying Mighty Max.
Yeah, but at least they're having fun doing it.
That's true.
Invest in hotels and tourism. No. Invest in Mighty Max.
I wanted to save this one before Andy came back in because I know you liked it.
I don't know what happened there.
But what are your thoughts on the Rambo toy line?
Which Rambo toy line? The Coleco Rambo toy line. The Coleco Rambo toy line is the one. It's awesome. Yeah,
I was introduced to it. I had the original like Rambo looking Rambo, not the one in the white vest. I think I had him as a kid from like a boot fair or whatever, and just never really understood what he was. But obviously getting older or whatever, seeing Dan's now got the Coleco collection, I was like, oh man, they're really good toys. Then the Vintage Toy Rush has unboxed his collection, and he's shown some stuff that you can only get in Argentina, which is like blown my mind. I'm like, man, I'm not even a toy collector. Like some people out there have such good stuff that I'm like, whatever I have is just basic. I'm like a Starbucks coffee to people.
I'm a bit like that. I'm a bit like that. You see some of the actual stuff, and Ed, you're guilty of this. You maybe want to throw it all in the bin because what's the point? I'm like, oh, I've got this figure, it's the best, and then someone way more into it's like, yeah, I've got this, it's boxed, it's a limited release, and I go, oh, I'm giving up. I'm trying to find a picture of my old Instagram profile picture was me probably aged about 7 holding that very figure, the Rambo.
You had the Rambo
red rocket launcher, and I recently got them.
Cool.
Yeah, got them all again. I'm stopping. I'm not going to get the Savage headquarters because it's too big, and I'm not mad keen on getting any of the vehicles because I've run out of space for big stuff, and I don't really care about the super late lines. I know they're the harder ones to find, and they are awesome.
Did you see the picture of the? It was from Argentina. It's what was his name?
Yeah,
I forget the guy's name, but it's like he's got like a fishbowl on his head. You turn a light switch on, and it's like a skull that comes through the.
I think
I saw that too. With like the red thing in like liquid inside or something.
I think he's the hardest one. Yeah, hold on.
He looks freaking amazing.
It sounds cool. I have no idea what you're talking about, but it sounds awesome.
I think Vintage Toy Rush it was in the comments earlier. If you're still there, and I hope you are, please say the name of the Rambo figure. And it was from like Argentina.
He moves between us and the Blue Harvest guys, so he might be in their chat at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, his stuff just honestly makes me feel like I'm not a toy collector because like his stuff he's pulling out is awesome, like amazing.
Mattel bought the Bluebird toys and then shut. There you go.
Ah, okay. So there is Mattel and Bluebird. Okay.
The more you learn. There you go. Dr. Hyde.
Thank you.
Yeah, Dr. Hyde. Thank you.
Okay.
And Enrique got it as well.
And Enrique. Okay.
Was that based on the cartoon, like that toy line? Or
I think so because they also had TD Jackson and Snakebite as figures, which I'm not particularly interested in. Because I don't remember them. I mean, even some of the ones I have got. I think we've had this conversation before that how many accessories can you jam on one figure? It's kind of cool, but it's also very silly. But I like the fact they've got backpacks and they've got rotating ammo belts, and they've all got flipping binoculars, and they've all got 17 knives and handguns. They're cool figures, man. They're proper 80s looking figures, and I like that.
They're a walking montage of an 80s film. When you see like Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, even Steven Seagal, like getting ready to go to war, and they're just like dun, 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 like just gearing up with everything. The Coleco Rambo figures are literally a montage scene. There's so many accessories.
What's that Stallone film where he puts the helmet on and he has 2 red guns? Oh no, that's a stupid Coleco figure. The guy has a helmet with guns on the side. I mean, we joked about Rio Blast, my favorite all-time Master Universe figure. How many guns can you slap on? At least, I suppose he has got a gun hat. I'm into gun hats. What can I say?
Okay, we should try and sort out for next week. What's the most accessorized figure with guns?
Oof. I mean, Rio Blast has got to be up there, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, his guns coming out everywhere.
Kneecap, right? He's got kneecap guns.
Yeah, beat that.
And out of his head, his chest pops out as well.
Yep,
yeah.
That's only 4. Some of those Coleco guys are rocking like 6 guns just as shoulder guns as well.
He hasn't got shoulder guns. He has a backpack which turns into a mounted gun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, he's got 6 guns, and he isn't even holding a gun. They're all part of his body.
I always got confused about the Coleco line because that came out in 86.
85, I think.
Yeah, or 85. And I remember seeing the cartoon in like 93 or 94. So I was like, wait, is this connected? And was there also like a Chuck Norris figurine, or was that like a different line? Ninja Commandos or
Karate Commandos?
Karate Commandos. Yeah.
And he got one recently of Chuck. It's a pretty cool figure, I got to say.
I saw him at like a yard sale, and I was like debating on should I get it. No, it's different. I think mine, like the one I found, was like a knockoff because it looked so much like the Rambo figures.
Oh man, undoubtedly there were bootlegs of different Chuck Norris figures.
Yeah, but it was Chuck Norris. You couldn't deny it. So yeah, and I was like, do I pick you up or not? And he was like dirty. I was like, no, I'm not gonna spend my euro on that. I wish I did.
You should have done the euro then.
Yeah, but they didn't look like the ones you had, Andy. So yeah, because those have like are those the ones that have like 3 different kick techniques or?
Yeah, and I kick backwards.
He kicks backwards instead of
forward.
Oh,
okay. Yeah.
But am I right? Am I right? Yes, Turbo is the Coleco with the gun hat. Andy, am I right in saying that the Chuck Norris figures fall into the category of things that displease me, as the Terminator figure does, and the Beetlejuice line did, and basically any line that for no reason makes a car?
There's a car for the it's a Corvette.
Of course he does. There you go, Terminator. That's one. We made a car, and it's got like a rocket launcher machine gun attached to the car.
It makes no sense.
But
the bio flesh generator was cool.
I thought that was cool. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, cool. Yeah, Turbo is the Coleco figure that has he's like a wild western chief almost, but he has like when you get your hair. Well, I don't, but when women get their hair dried or permed in the salons, and the big over the head thing.
You do know, Dan. You do know.
I do know. That's what he's wearing, but with two ear guns. It's pretty silly.
Decent. So Ed, enough of our we've brought you onto the channel and we haven't really spoken to you that much. We're not blam Toy Division stuff. Congratulations on your channel. It's going mad. Is it 15,000 subs you got now?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been going wild. I think I doubled in subscriber count in the last month.
Since lockdown.
So, what?
You say you've doubled your subscriber count since lockdown? Since
like a month. When lockdown went into place, it views dropped a lot. So I was like, what's wrong? And then I was kind of waiting for a next thing to catch up, like, or to catch on with people or to catch the algorithm. So, and that was that first toy history video, which I worked on that for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
To do it. And then it took off, and I was like, well, I know because of one of the videos I had done before that got to like 150,000 views. Like, if I don't jump on this right now, I won't be able to stay riding the wave, you know? So I knew what I needed to do was like release one at the same hour the next week, same keywords, you know, alter it just a bit, but have like the same concept of people returning to it, and it worked out. It's been working out pretty okay. I think now is this one, even though it did like the best in the first 48 hours, it doesn't have the same grasp. But I've also noticed that there's going to be 1 week that they really push you, and the second week they're kind of like testing, like, should this go up or not? Sometimes it does, sometimes it just sticks, but in the end, those videos get more views than I have subscriber count, and that, you know, allows the growth if you don't mess up on stuff in the videos, which I obviously do. I can't know anything. I can't know everything, but I'm learning as I go along. Also, I'm just spewing them out each week, so it's like 20 hours of work to get that done. But I'm seeing where it's going to take me, and if it dries out, then so be it. But I'm happy doing it. You know, it's fun.
That's the main thing, though, isn't it? Like, it's amazing seeing like you're starting to get like traction, and you're getting the views and the subs to go with all your hard work. That's amazing. But also, like, I always say to people, when even people message me saying, "Oh, I'm starting YouTube, doing this, doing that," it's like, just enjoy it yourself. And if you don't enjoy doing it, then what's the point?
There's so many things connected to you doing well or getting perceived as doing well on YouTube as well. One of that being, like, you know, when you put something out there and it gets 100,000 views, if you mess up one time in that video, there's like 600 people going to comment on that.
But I mean, I've watched your videos with like the unproduced toys and like toys that they make or whatever. Like, I'm really enjoying that style of how you're doing it. Like, I'm fairly new to YouTube to myself. Like, in terms, like, not obviously my videos are very new because they're shy. But like, even just as a person watching YouTube, I never really watched it until lockdown because I never really felt I had the time.
Okay.
For some reason, your videos, I really enjoy them. And the fact that if something comes across as like, oh, something's gone a bit wrong, or like, you know, whatever happens, it's endearing. It shows that like you're not trying to put yourself out there as like the toy god.
Oh, no.
Do you know what I mean? Like, none of us can know everything about every toy. We have lines that we like, we have lines that we follow, we have lines that we pursue more than other lines, but none of us know everything that ever happened with them. And I think it's false if people try and portray that they know every single thing about every single detail of what something works. And that's what I don't know. I honestly, like, as someone, as I say, fairly new to the whole YouTube watching thing, I really enjoy your videos so far. Like, they've been really good. And same with Theo, as I say, Bucky O'Hare.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd get Bucky O'Hare, and now I'm sitting across watching lots of them. Like,
Oh, it's great. It's amazing. And I again, like, I echo what Andy says. I really try. I love your videos, dude. And
guys, you're making it pretty weird for Ed. This is weird. You're making it weird.
No, I'm not. This is
he doesn't always know if he knows he's doing everything right. I'm just saying, it's only my point of view. My point of view is nothing. But
this is Ed's time.
Point of view is,
no, I just started making fun.
I mean, we were talking about it yesterday on like the live stream we do with my buddies from America, Greco and Narc, and Greco was like, "Oh, I had this video do well because I hit 2K, 2.5K, which is awesome because that's what I was aiming for, and this is obviously just like everything fell into place and YouTube pushed it." So, like, I already realized this isn't going to be forever. Like this could drop any week, and then I'm back to, having views below that. So, I mean, it's something that's going to happen. So, just enjoy what you're doing, I guess.
Yeah, man. And while you're enjoying doing it, keep it up, because we all super enjoy it, and obviously a lot of people do. And Andy, we do enjoy your videos. I know you say they're shite, but they're fun. You like them.
Just want to say, Dave, Dan did try and do a couple of videos, live streams from his toy room, but for some reason there's like a blackout signal in his toy room.
Yeah.
So he drops in and out more than Andy does.
So I do it sitting on my bed. I'm literally sitting on my bed right now. This is how I live.
That thing all locked
I'm using a tablet from like 2002 that I found under the bed. Like I didn't even know I had this tablet.
But Greco and Narc's channels are awesome. Like Narc was one of the first channels that I watched when I started watching like YouTube videos for toys, and Greco's one that I only actually started watching him through you doing your America tour.
Yeah.
So like that, and that's a great thing about it. Like we talk about the algorithm, but sometimes you just need like people like this talking to each other, because like Greco's videos never came up on I was watching toy videos, so I was watching you, I was watching Narc, I was watching Josh Pench, Tom Bizarro, I was watching videos, but his channel never came up.
Yeah, and it's so weird. There's so many people out there doing YouTube, and yeah, it's the same with like because you were on Danister's channel.
Yeah.
So I started watching his channel, and he had like a guest on almost every night, and I was like, oh, these are like people actually doing stuff in the UK, because I know in the beginning, I was like, hey, I'm not just gonna focus on the guys in Belgium and in the USA that I like. I'm gonna check out, what game hunters are out there in the UK, and start watching those like 2D UK.
Stu.
James Collects, stuff like that. I was watching. Then obviously Toy Ploy. And I also started doing that with German channels, actually watching the German with like subtitles. And I actually make great friends with Redeema channel, with NES Commando, all those channels out there. And we met up a couple times already. So it's just an extension of collecting, honestly. The reason I wanted to do YouTube was because I liked Game Chasers and AVGN. That's where that all kind of started out from. And for me, it was just like, before I would, go to a flea market, take a picture of what I had bought, put it in, the collector group I'm in.
Same.
And YouTube is just like, another way of archiving. What did you buy? And what happened to it? How did you feel? It's like a little time capsule every time. Plus you trying to be creative, and sometimes it's cringy to watch back again, but it's always cool, to relive some of those finds you get. Do
you guys also get maybe some more knowledge on stuff you find through putting it on YouTube, because people get in touch and say, oh, this is what this is and stuff?
Oh, totally. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, I do think YouTube does need better algorithms, because I watch a lot of toy videos, and some of the suggestions I get are not related to toys. And even when I do my videos and I look at the analytics on it, it attaches my videos to like weird stuff that's like not to do with toys, and it's like, hang on, like my tags are like toy hunting. Yeah, it's tagged it onto a video of someone in like Sainsbury's. Do you know what I mean? But not even that close.
But they could be toy hunting in Sainsbury's.
No, that was a really bad suggestion. But it's like a video of someone making a bed, and it's attached my video to. You might recommend this video, and you're like, what? It tells you like what portion of your...
to be like that though. Like right now, when you find like that thumbnail video that looks really well, you click on it one time. You watch it for 5 minutes, and
Yeah.
then it's all over your YouTube feed. It's like, oh, watch this. I haven't subscribed to this channel. I don't want to see anything else, but that one thing that looks so weird that I have to just click on it.
So
Yeah.
someone sent me like
that thing keeps working for that video, so YouTube
Hmm.
keeps pushing that channel.
So-
And
so-
it used to be that when you watched Game Chasers, all the recommendations was like the next episode, the episode after that, the next episode, maybe a NES Pursuit in there, or like an AVGN, or even like smaller reviewers like Michael B, the Game Genie, or Game Dave would get popped into that when they weren't like as big as they are now. But now it's just like, okay, we'll pop in the next Game Chaser episode, but after that, you're gonna watch Red Letter Media because they have 7 million subscribers, and this is that cake video that your girlfriend was watching on your thing again. So and here's like Dua Lipa doing another song that you have to watch because you clicked on a song once.
Yeah.
So like it totally doesn't connect anymore to the keywords, whatever they're suggesting out there.
Probably more down to the fact that if they make you watch a video like that, they know there's more chance for their advertisement to work than you wanting to watch the video.
Yeah. I mean, and now they're doing like the double ad thing where it's like 5 seconds this ad and then second ad comes up. And then like if you put like an ad in the first 3 minutes of your video, people are like, "Oh, you watched 3 ads, I'm unsubscribing." It's like, well,
yeah, I haven't
changed that.
I haven't enabled advertisement, and I'm going to do my best not to.
It depends, like if you don't have it on, they might not push you whenever you get a video
That's what me and Vic were talking about when we were talking about the channel and everything. We were kind of
but you do get to control it. You can say like, I just want the pre-roll ad and I don't want anything in the middle. But you have to check all the boxes because I sometimes forget when I do like a live stream, and I'll be like, oh yeah, monetize, but it'll automatically monetize it. So one of the times it did it on the retro blasting video. It placed like 17 ads in the first 20 minutes.
Really? That's on the playback.
Guys, and then like it's up to like people commenting, actually being like, dude, this is not fun to watch. Every 2 minutes there was like an ad, and then I checked it. I was like, crap, he's totally right. So I removed like I think I put one at 9 minutes and one at like half an hour, and that's it. But it's something sometimes you don't control it. So
I did wonder that.
Yeah.
I did wonder that. Like, would YouTube not want to push someone who's not doing adverts because it makes no sense for them to?
It depends on the it depends on the natural stuff that it gets, and then there's like, well, there's not really paid revenue, but yeah, the organic reach of your post, yeah, if that goes viral, true, people just they'll put ads on anyways. It's not like if you don't click your ads on, they will still put ads on it even before it,
Yeah, I think I read somewhere that there is a certain point where they would just say, no, we're putting ads on your video. So anyway,
it depends on how many views you get.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like if you're obviously getting loads of views and all that sort of stuff, they're gonna want adverts on it because they want the ad revenue for themselves. Right. Anyway, that's enough of the boring YouTube talk. Let's talk about the fun YouTube talk. Toys.
I have a quick question, Ed.
Go for it.
I just want to check. Right, so a lot of the stuff, even like non-produced toys and stuff like that. You're originally I think you started off as like a game collector, correct? Or yeah. Have you done any videos? And as I say, apologies because I haven't looked all the way back through your previous videos. But have you done any videos on like unproduced games or like, I don't know. I'm not a gamer myself, but like crazy rare games, stuff like that interests me. Just
not really. I mean, I've bought some crazy rare games. I haven't really done any on produced ones, but something I want to expand on.
Is that
with
such
the
a thing
history.
Yeah, is it even such a thing in the game world, like unproduced games, or?
Yeah, games that were produced up to like a certain. There were even like unfinished games like put into production.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I think on a retro trip, who's a UK YouTuber, he's done a couple of videos on produced games for each system, I think.
What was his name? Sorry, Retro.
On a retro trip.
Okay.
On a retro trip. Yeah. So yeah, I think he did a couple. I know Billy of the Game Chasers. He did like a top 5 unproduced SNES games. And there's unproduced systems. There's recalled games, recalled systems. There's a whole plethora of options.
How do you get a recalled game? Like, is it that bad that they can't play it, or is it like that?
Andy, you need to speak to Hannah about this at some point when she worked for Sega, man. Like,
no, I'm intrigued.
I mean, if you're interested, like genuinely, the games will go all the way through production line, and then will fall at the last phase, or the funding will get pulled, or they'll migrate the money they were going to put because something bigger came up, like Jurassic Park, we'll make a game out of that, and they take the game they've made and just
sprite swap it.
Yeah. All of that's crazy. It's interesting, definitely.
Yeah, as I say, and I've said in many videos and stuff, I'm not really a gamer at all. So looking at it from a toy point, and then
there's one really big example of a recalled game, and that is Stadium Events, which you probably heard of. So Stadium Events was released. It was the game that came with the power mat for the NES.
Okay. No. Yeah.
So there was like this math thing that you could walk on, and it would have you running, doing all sorts of athletic things. And Nintendo thought, hey, that's a cool idea. Let's buy that company. So they bought it, recalled all those games, and then like re-released it as Athletic World. I think I might be wrong on that, but yeah. So now Stadium Events is like one of those $20,000 games. In the US,
wow,
UK and Europe, it like a complete in box Stadium Events will go like $400, 400 euros. I guess like 350 quid, something like that.
So it was only released here, like in
no, it was released also in the USA, but in the USA it got recalled from the market earlier. I guess,
got recalled from here.
Yeah, I still need to do all the research on it.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
But and then you have like the Polybius arcade, which was also like it was like a really big mystery about that one. So it was like this arcade game, but kids went nuts when they played it, so they had to like take it away.
What, because of all the lighting, or like just the general?
I don't know, man. I don't know. AVN did an episode about it, but yeah, it was still non-conclusive, I think.
The gaming version of Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah, like Rambo can do kids' toys for, Aliens, Predator can do kids' toys. Everything's fine. A game comes out, a kid goes nuts. Cancel the game.
Well, these were arcades, so they were in arcades, like in Luna Parks and stuff.
Yeah. But still, I mean, same kind of principle, I guess. So there's a lot of toys that weren't for kids. But
they recalled the first Alien toys, didn't they?
I think something not being suitable for kids and something sending a child on like a rampage are probably two different things.
All the E numbers in suites. It's all to do with E numbers in suites. It's nothing.
Totally agree.
So Ed.
Yeah.
Dark Light can put a comment in there.
Sorry.
Do you collect PSP games?
No, I used to have like a couple, but I sold them all because it doesn't really interest me. The only thing I was buying on PSP was like the Capcom beat 'em ups collection, or like the Ghost and Goblins game, or the Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And then I was like, but I have the originals. Why should I keep this system and the game? So I sold them.
Ed, did they change Ghost and Goblins in any way on the PSP, or was it still the hardest game in the world?
Yeah, it was like a reimagined version. I think it was like 3D-ish.
Okay. I found that game incredibly difficult on the original format. You get hit once, you lose your armor. You get hit twice, you dead.
Yeah, but that was like the thing.
Yeah,
that made it.
Games were definitely harder.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I know. I'm old enough to remember no save points, mate.
Checkpoints.
No checkpoints, no save points, and when your batteries ran out, that's where you ended the game.
I got a PlayStation 2, and the memory for some reason the memory card doesn't work for every game.
Oh, what? So it's you play it and that's it.
So literally, like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, I got to play it, and when I turn it off is where it cuts out, and I have to start all over again.
Resets.
So,
Are you using
painful.
like a licensed memory card?
Yeah, it's all official. It was bought. It was the PS2 was bought.
But are you playing a PS1 game on a PS2?
Yeah.
You need to put in a PS1 memory card.
Well, no, because if you go into the card, you know when you on the PlayStation 2, if you don't put a game in, you can go into the memory. It will show like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Then when you go on the game, it
won't.
It won't save. It won't.
Oh.
It keeps saying please insert a memory card, and then when I play Tony Hawk's Underground on the PS2, if you put a memory card in the slot, it crashes the game. But if you take the memory card out, it plays it.
I think you just need to find a new system.
It's such a dodgy PS2. It's unreal.
See a PlayStation, mate. Look at that one. Oh, you see that?
Anthology.
Greatest hits.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, I completed that.
Oh, okay.
Ed, do you have a store in Belgium called B&M?
No.
I think it's a UK thing, mate.
Yeah, I didn't know. So, but it's a store over here that's like it's a homeware store.
Okay.
But for some reason,
it's like a pound shop plus.
yeah,
Everything's cheap, but it's
bric-a-brac.
Yeah, it's weird. They've got food and clothes and yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But for some reason now they're getting like quite a lot of toys in, and but like and put in the toy division. Like he started putting brand new McFarlane Multiverse Batman, literally just out,
What?
and they're in this B&M place.
Well, they had the Ghostbusters Diamond Select ones that they build the diorama of the rooftop. They had them in there, and you couldn't really get them anywhere else other than B&M. And in B&M they were like $6.99 at one point, and people
and then everyone was trying to resell them for £20.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Do you have TK Maxx in Belgium?
No, but we have like similar stores.
I
Different
think
names for it.
B&M is kind of like that. Like they do a lot of like end of line stuff,
but with more food. They do more food.
Like our store is called like Action, and they'll have like just crap. But now they also have like the Star Fox for Switch in there for like €10.
Yeah, so it's a similar sort of thing that B&M like
they pick up overstocking.
Exactly.
Cheap,
But wasn't there like nowhere was getting these select Ghostbuster figures? Like it was saying that I'm guessing you have the same problem in Belgium as we have here. Everyone in America is very privileged. They get everything.
Yeah, and if they don't pick it up, it'll end up in the Walmart. And
exactly.
Get discounted like oh now it's only $4.99, and I'm like, if I have to buy this freaking €40, what the hell is going on?
Ed, were you tempted, Ed, by the wrestling?
The ring, Gray Skull.
Yeah, what crossover? Why am I coming up blank? The crossover wrestling and Andy, help me out here.
He-Man.
It was He-Man, wasn't it? Right,
Yeah.
So I see pictures on the on the various groups of like, they're in, like you say, Kmart and whatever, and Target for like $4. I've only ever seen him in the flesh once, and someone obviously bought a stock load and brought them over, and it was the NEC actually, wasn't it, Andy? And he was selling for £65 or £70 each. And you're like,
ridiculous.
Yeah. And there's like no stores in Europe like selling them online either.
No.
So the only problem is like I can't put that thing in my luggage when I go over because it's taking up too much space. The same thing is with like the NECA turtles, like the giant ones. Over here they're like €150 if you want to get one, and then you see like pictures pop up from Walmart, buy one get one free for $100. It's like,
brutal.
Seriously? And I
Yeah.
might be wrong
So-
on the store, but it's because I don't have Target and Walmart. I don't know which one is the exclusive. So yeah.
I was
Yeah.
I was watching one of the live streams and with you, Narc and Greg. They didn't take you to Walmart, did they? You wanted to go,
Yeah, but we had like a thunderstorm
right?
when we were gonna go. So it was like, well, this might be a hurricane, so let's stay inside. And I was like,
That's mad, isn't it? That's crazy. Like, I
You should
sort
have
of,
risked it.
I
You
feel,
shouldn't
I, feel
have
like I feel like Ed's not serious about the toy hunt. A hurricane, mate. Come on.
we're
No.
so like, oh,
You're in
it's
America,
rain, I'm
you're
not going
fine.
outside,
You're
and
fine.
they're like, oh, it could be a hurricane. We'll just stay in. We won't go.
yeah,
But,
it was like, okay, well, let's stay inside then. It's all good.
Look, where's the bus? Where's an Uber? I'm going. Let me know. Like what?
It's only a bit of wind. So you're going back out there in October, right?
Well, if everything goes well,
Yeah.
Are you going to the Kane
and
County Fair?
no,
Is that October?
It is, but Ed's I believe going back to, is it Dallas?
it's Retropalooza, where Dallas
Okay.
Fort Worth. So heading back over there, hopefully, like the Game Chasers are gonna like premiere their movie if it gets finished, because we got to be in the movie for like 5 seconds.
Nice.
Nice.
So
Yes,
we were there last year, and we were talking to Billy, and he was like, we're gonna have like a big crowd for a scene, and we're filming it today. So if you want to be in the movie, stick around. And we were like, yeah, we're totally gonna do that. It's gonna be like the highlight of the trip. And then we spent 3 hours standing in the same queue doing like 40 or 50 times the same thing. But it was awesome, you know. It was fun.
Yeah.
Like I had to take like 3 airplanes to get there cheap, and you know, I was like flying around doing like the changeovers for like 22 hours. Got there. I think we went to a store on the first night. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's just like I was there for like 2.5 days, and we just did like every hour we did toy hunting. We were there, and I think we slept like 4 hours each night, and then got back into it. But yeah, it was fun. So I hope we can go back. And the other thing that it's depending on, apart from COVID, is that I'm expecting another girl. So
Congratulations.
she's gonna be coming somewhere in November. So it all depends a bit on the pregnancy as well. Like, is that going smoothly or not? Because I mean, if I go, I'll only be away for 4 days, but I'll be at the other side of the world though. So
Yeah.
And I imagine there's no apologies for missing the birth of your child.
yeah, there's not.
But
I don't know,
Turtles,
man.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
A box Titania surely solves everything.
Talking about box Titanius, there might be one popping up in the next month.
No.
Really?
Boom,
we
we
might
dropped
be.
it.
I'm not a He-Man fan, but I mean
It's
that's pretty special.
it's such a nice set, man.
You heard it here first on
It's
Toy
the
Division.
monorail.
It's the
Monorail.
monorail.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
It's the
monorail, man.
monorail.
It looks awesome.
It's
It's
the
cool set.
monorail amongst playsets.
In a world of train stations, it's the monorail, is what we're saying.
It's the one and only.
It's off the pog, man.
Jimmy Crane just put in there. Hi Empire Toys, what's your favourite series of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures? I'm really the wrong person to be asking about turtle figures. I have one turtle figure in my collection, and he is the football playing Raphael, because I'm a big football fan. So that's the only turtle figure I actually have. But Mr. Ed's Retro Geek Out will be your man to answer this question.
I like the storage shell turtles.
Really?
Yeah, they're freaking amazing. Love the sculpts on those. Love the Universal turtles. And where do I have my turtles?
Ed, do you have any sumo turtles?
No,
because
they're really tough to find.
Yeah, the Bugsy. I don't know. I only have a few original. I like Krang, specifically
Yeah.
Krang toys. But the Bugsy boys were telling me, or Ben specifically, who's a huge Turtles fan, that the sumo turtles are crazy hard to find, and so I naturally started looking at them, and I like the look of them. They're pretty cool looking toys. They're good.
Do you remember after the chat we had with them and we talking about the sumos, we all then went onto the our little Facebook chat and we're like, I've seen this one on eBay and it was like £400 or whatever. It's like, yeah.
I was
about right.
I was going to buy one for him for like Christmas, but I might still do it if I find one that isn't £400. We'll see.
What a friend to have.
Which one is your favorite of the series, Dan and Andy?
I like Krang, so basically, I like the, and I haven't got one, much to my embarrassment. But
you do have a Krang. You've got the Krang on the chair.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, I was going to say the Krang in robot.
Yeah.
Is it
the Android body?
Sorry, the Android body.
Yeah.
Is it Toy Biz? I don't even know who makes it, if I'm honest. But who did the first? It's about 12 inches, something like that.
Probably Playmates.
Playmate. Yeah. So the Playmates Krang in the Android body, I think, is the absolute business. But I don't own one. I've just got the original 4 Turtles, Bebop, Rocksteady, and Krang.
Like the 10 back, yeah.
Yeah, and I've got them on card as well, haven't I?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, that someone sold me. So yeah. Andy,
yeah,
I love that.
I'd have to say the original, the 88 line, just because they're ones I had as a kid. So just the original 4 Krang. Casey Jones slips in there, but after doing the video, I think Casey Jones was like in the early 90s.
It's a cool figure, man. It's a cool figure, Casey Jones.
Still cool. I think he might be 89.
Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, he's cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
I've kept this guy. I bought a job lot of these turtles. Well, job lot, I say. I bought them, and I've kept them in my room the whole time. That they are going to be resold, but I've kept them here because I haven't actually showed them off on like YouTube, and they're here for like a rainy day video. And I still haven't. I bought them about a month ago.
Emergency carded figures. Aaron's got a little box of them there.
Friday's meant to be a rainy day.
But the one annoying thing about this is that, well, it's not annoying. They're toys. They're supposed to be opened and played with, but it is actually an unpunched
card.
Yeah.
So that would have set any collector off as like a great kind of one to have.
It's still cool, man.
Was Belgium Hero Turtles or Ninja Turtles, or was it just
also
America?
Hero. Like Hero. I think all of Europe got Hero. Yeah.
So just America had Ninja.
Yeah.
Is there like a more like a Hero Turtles kind of a sought after in America? Like the turtle collectors care that, you know how like with your gaming, I say your gaming collectors, they want NTS and PAL.
There's European exclusive turtle weaponry.
Yeah, I've seen that where they've got different colors. Like
they have like the blue ones. I think there's like 8 or 9 figures like that. There's also the purple armor Super Shredder, which is probably the most expensive figure out there.
More so than Scratch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Scratch is maybe like tops $2,000 dollars on card. I think he's around 1,200, maybe 1,400 on average. Super Shredder purple European edition is $4,000 or $5,000.
Yeah. I've seen pictures of him in different groups, but I never realized he was that sought after.
Yeah, he's even like worse to find than Chef Boyardee Super Shredder. He's like the black version of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like the most difficult figurine to find. And my buddy actually had him on card, and he sold it like 4 years ago for maybe 800 euros. And now it's like gone 5-fold already.
So sorry, the purple version that's worth the money, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the
I'm
armor
just looking at it on Google. I've got them on Google because like that the one with the silver armor was the one I picked up the other day from the car route. I was like, What?
Yeah, it's still an awesome figure. Like,
Yeah.
That's the regular run of the mill.
Yeah, and that's why I was a bit like the purple one.
When me and Aaron went to Florida last year or the year before, we met up like
Last
Bobby, the Bobby 80s guy let us go to his house, which was amazing. I don't know if you follow him on Instagram, whatever, but his stuff is awesome. He's got Scratch in the cabinet loose, and I was like, oh my god, Scratch. He was like, yeah, just take it out, touch it, play with it. I was like, what? Like, I was like, this thing's like more expensive than my plane ticket. Like, the fuck? And he's just let me touch it.
the
And
loose one.
yeah,
That guy
It was
seemed pretty chill though, man. He had some crazy prototypes and all sorts, didn't he? And
yeah, no, he was really, really awesome. Really awesome.
He's just got the philosophy as well. Like he's a massive collector. He loves his Ghostbusters. He only loves stuff that he remembers as a kid. But he has always still got the philosophy of their toys.
Yeah.
Take them out, play with them. Which is, I think, is like the
When
best
he
way to
opened the
be.
cabinet and just chucked me, Scratch the Cat. I was like, oh, like I'm gonna drop it. But yeah, it was pretty cool. That's my claim to fame. I touched Scratch the Cat.
You've touched a scratch.
You've got to get out more, Andy. That's your claim to fame. Come on.
That and I met Carol Vorderman.
Nice.
Gotta put that on your CV, man.
Yeah.
Once touched Scratch the Cat. Employable.
It's
And I
like,
met
and then you
Carol
start
Vorderman.
talking for half an hour about that on your
Yeah.
next job application, and they're gonna be like, "Well, he knows what he's talking about toy wise. We might as well just
Yeah, like,
offer him lots of money."
If he's as passionate about this, yeah, why not?
If he's passionate about toys, we know he like needs the money badly, so he'll
Yeah.
work hard for it.
Have you
ever seen a
I've never seen one in person.
Yeah,
Never seen
so
one.
Black Super Shredder is the one that you could win. Chef Boyardee is like cans of spaghetti sauce or something.
Yeah, was it a
Hey.
mail away or winning?
What?
Was it like a mail away promotion or you won it?
You have to fill in like Chef Boyardee stuff for it, and then you could get that one. I've held one in my hands, like in the original packaging it came in, and like Stefano, the guy who was selling all the cool Master of the Universe stuff at Brussels Comic Con, he had like the two giants, Master of the Universe ones, Gigantor and Megator.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He had it, and it was like, "You want it? It's $100 or like €100," and I was like, "Oh no." Like, so I'm still like debating, should I have picked that up or not, because he put it online for 200 and it was like gone right away. But he's like an awesome guy. Like if we meet him, like definitely check out his booth. He always has like weird, rare stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm never comfortable dropping like €100 on a toy, unless I just get like over sensation about it and be like, no, it's fine. So whenever I do have like that moment of clarity, like wait, you're giving $100 for a toy you didn't even know existed. Because that's what is this Black Super Shredder? Oh, it's a Chef Boyardee. Okay, well, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. You know.
To be honest, I've only just discovered it now, and I want it because it looks awesome. I literally just googled it now. It looks awesome.
You got a silver one, mate. Be happy with that.
I want a silver one now. I'll trade it for a black one.
It would be so easy to customize it, and you could have the figure for €25.
That's very true. But then
just paint yours black with a Sharpie.
That's what I'm doing with like the Wonder Bread He-Man, just grabbing a He-Man and having it customized to look like it, because there's still no confirmation on did it exist.
That's such a weird figure. So many people say like it is genuine, and then there is still the amount of people that say it's genuine. There is the same amount of people saying it's not genuine. You're all being conned. It's a fake figure.
I mean, when it was in Toy Hunter, they never confirmed it.
Yeah.
When it was on the show, just Scurry, he doesn't know if it existed, and Pixel Dan doesn't want to say, okay, it existed, it didn't exist. Maybe it's just a Master Universe community keeping it like open, until they all find one.
Yeah, it's got to be one of the most questioned figures out there for any toy line in terms of like, is it real? Is it not real? There's so many out there that believe it is real and sell them for good money, and people buy them believing it's real.
Yeah,
but then
there's like
so many people fighting it.
Like nobody has presented like, here you can win this.
Yeah.
And it should be found. If that thing can get found, then we'll have at least an indication of this did really happen.
There's got to be somewhere, because it was from bread, right? It was on the bread promotion.
Yeah, Wonder Bread. Yeah, but
there's going to be someone from the factory or someone from the marketing team that can turn around and be like,
yeah, but they've been looking for it for like 10 years already.
That's what the Toys and Made Us did. They actually went to Wonder Bread and said, "Did you do it?" And they said, "No. Like, we don't know where this has come from."
Yeah, but
then everyone, no, they do know what it is. It's true. It's the Bigfoot of toy collecting. It's the Loch Ness Monster of toys.
They're trying to cover it up.
It's worse than Bigfoot and Loch Ness Monster. It's more like flipping some 9/11 conspiracy, because it's like, right, we asked Wonder Bread, and they said it existed. No, they said no. Nah, yeah, but there's a reason. What level of evidence do you need? You can only prove it does exist. You'll never prove that it doesn't, because you'll always go, nah, it's a cover up. Always. But
we got a question for Ed here from a Greco Fabulous.
Collecting toy car.
Collecting toy. Question for Ed: are you upset that you don't have a mustache right now?
I don't know. It's. I think it's even harder for me than for Aaron to grow beard or anything.
He's getting ripped for his beard.
I just sometimes I got to bring these questions up because it's not many times that I can outbeard someone. So I have to take this with it's a victory for tonight.
Yeah. I still think Andy needs to shave it back in. You need to shave your tash back in, mate.
Yeah, my girlfriend would genuinely leave me. I think the only reason she stayed with me is because we were in lockdown and she couldn't go far.
You tested it. You tested the waters.
Prepared to be correct. There we go. Chef is a canned pasta. It's a nasty tasting. Yeah, but worth it for a shredder figure, right?
You ain't gonna eat it.
The Street Sharks had a Chef Boyardee merchandising thing. Yeah, there's cans of it. I don't know if you could win anything, but I know they lended their name, their brand to it as well. Yeah.
I mean, a few years ago, I got introduced to the Vin Diesel Street Sharks promotion. Amazing. Awesome. Absolutely amazing.
And Andy, do you know about Vin Diesel's background?
No, not at all.
Like genuinely, he is always been super into breakdancing and Dungeons and Dragons, but he's hardcore into Dungeons and Dragons, as in role playing, setting up stuff. Like, look it up, man. It's really interesting. But he's so super into Dungeons and Dragons that he is regularly involved in various like behind the scenes. Honestly, he's Mr. Dungeons and Dragons, and he bought he owns the rights to the character Riddick, because he wanted to do a fantasy thing so much that he basically just bought the rights to it, and that's why it's his thing. But yeah, he's Mr. Dungeons and Dragons. Look, it's really interesting.
You heard it here on Toy Division first. Vin Diesel.
But that's one thing he'll beat The Rock over. He wasn't going to be
the Dungeon Master.
He's the Dungeon Master. He loves it. He absolutely loves it. So him doing things like Street Sharks, I was like, yeah, obviously, he's super into toys and like gaming and stuff.
Yeah, but he did that like in Toy Fair '94 or '93.
But what I'm saying is he's been into Dungeons and Dragons since he was like 6 or something ridiculous.
Okay,
he's always loved it and continues to love it. So
I would have been into Dungeons and Dragons if I could get arms like that. Like,
big up Vin Diesel. That's from rolling. that's from rolling a sturdy 32-sided dice, mate, over and over again. Anyway, you can get their pump on. Big dice.
But please tell me that he told everyone in his battles they could only drink Corona.
Oh,
and he called them all their family.
Yeah.
That's a Fast and Furious thing. That's not D&D.
I lost respect for him after Dungeons and Dragons and Street Sharks. I'm not down with Fast and Furious.
Well, guys, we normally cut it short after an hour and a half, but I've actually really enjoyed tonight's chat. So, big thank you to Ed for joining us. We got one more question to go through. as it's just popped up now. So we'll answer that, and then we'll wrap it up because it's late. It's late over. Ed, you're an hour ahead of us, aren't you?
Yeah, it's 10 to
so
11. I'm gonna be editing like another episode and putting it out hopefully tonight.
that's hardcore.
Yeah, I gotta keep the algorithm fed, you know.
And that's why he's got 15,000 subs.
No, I don't know. It's just me, you know. It's like superstitious. Thinking like I need to close the door twice or I won't have a good, you know, something stupid like that.
Yeah. Just flick the light switch 3 times just to make sure.
Like I need to wear my lucky underwear. Stuff like that. Yeah.
It's also a good work ethic, man. You'll benefit the rewards because you work hard at it. That's what it's all about.
It's good to see. And your videos, again, like your videos are awesome. I love it when they drop.
Yeah, but I like watching your videos as well because it shows like a different side of the world where toy hunting is going on. Same way, you know,
it shows the basics side of.
I know. Same way, like Bizarre Species. He has like some really cool pickups.
You're like a Bollinger champagne, and we're like a Starbucks.
I'm not.
What?
I was literally just about to say we're a bottle of Stella, but but Stella's a good beer in there.
Not me, mate. I'm a non-alcoholic root beer. I don't make any videos. I have no content. I've only got 200 followers on Instagram.
You're a water.
I'm mysterious.
Just before we wrap it up, guys, Baz has put in there, what toy line are you looking forward to from this year? Quickly, Andy below me, what are you looking forward to?
New toy lines. I don't know about new toy lines, to be honest. I'm not looking to buy anything, but I would hope, fingers crossed, Funko carry on the Dark Crystal collection and they do something with Labyrinth or Willow, as the TV series is coming out allegedly on Netflix. So hopefully we get some, not Funko Pops, but Funko action figures.
Yeah. Cool. Dan?
2 toys, not lines, but I'm looking forward to getting the Build-A-Figure Strong Guy from the Marvel Legends series, and I'm looking forward to series, I want to say 77, the Elite figures, because they're doing a new Rick Rude and a pink boots Rick Rude, if I'm lucky enough to find one of them little buggers. So yeah, Rick Rude and a strong, that's an insight into my mind anyway.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to my Power Rangers Lightning Collection figures turning up. I was really hoping 2 of them were going to turn up today, and I got a few Black Series figures on pre-order. Boba Fett, Beth Mandalorian, so that's cool. Ed?
I think like the TMNT Ultimates by Super 7. Can't wait to see that Mutagen Man, and then maybe it'll convince me to buy the other ones. Apart from that, I'm hoping that like Hasbro will release some more of the Ghostbuster Kenner toys, you know.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. I have like the other 4 incoming, so I'll have like the new set, like all 6 of them.
Awesome.
So yeah, those are things. I'm not really into like the new stuff, but some of them are just so cool that it's, or like the like Super 7, they'll release like the toys that never came out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like they did the same thing for Alien, or that's happening, or something like that. So I'm pretty excited about that stuff. Yeah.
So Ed, you like the new stuff as long as it's very related to the old stuff.
As long as it's like affordable compared to the vintage stuff, like the Kenner, like the 4 main Ghostbusters. If you want to get that on a Belgian card, it's like 4,000 euros or something. And yeah, then you have the toys that never came out. So it's cool that they'll get, you know, that appreciation of like, this is what it would have looked like, or this is based on the actual prototype.
Awesome.
So
awesome.
That stuff I like. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Ed, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me over, man.
No, it's cool. Like I said,
cool.
Videos
Can't wait
amazing.
to meet up with you guys in real life. It'll be so cool.
Hopefully, either in October over in Belgium, or come if you're ever coming over here, just give us a shout. We'll definitely meet up. So yeah, thank you very much, Pete. If you're coming to the toy fairs, introduce yourself so we know who you are, because I doubt you look like your avatar.
If you do, I'll definitely recognise you.
If you do, fair play. Definitely come to us. So good night, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back next week. Check everyone out. Go if you haven't already. Go subscribe to Andy. Go subscribe to Ed. If you haven't subscribed to me, please do.
And leave a thumbs up.
Don't
leave a thumbs
up. Aaron. Yeah.
And go follow Andy. Go follow Dan on Instagram because he needs some follow. Guys, thank you very much. Peace.